Bring spins, A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simul. Insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Bridgewater to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 3rd down gain of 19.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 46-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give, running right is Mack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. That's it. 60 out long. Let him know.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. 53. Check 53. Hey, tighten down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Get ready.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, lady. Switch gears. He's checking. 13, spill. Tighten up. Ready. 49. Check it out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to roam now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. Lucky. And 80. Check. Recon, 152 fighter. And 80. Check. Crouch. 80. And 80. Jumping.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
He's coming. Double up. 57. Mike, 57. Check. Blue draw Porkers. Undercrouch. Check 37. Check that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Check the call, check the call. Check safety, check safety. Pump up, pump up. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Go to base. Hey, let's get this,
Now on 2nd and 13, Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach.
Dashing through the snow. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe it's...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. 56 to Mike.
Throwing is Bridgewater. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A gain there of 21 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here we go. Set. Pittsburgh. Yeah. Right. Roger. Four down.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check three. Switch.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
It's a party now.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. From the 38, Bridgewater. Open man is Myers. And he'll be taken down. At the 46-yard line.
Let's go for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard
Go
line.
now. 18 Gator. Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Five.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa, his second sack of the night.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the pressure gets to him again. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stick looks to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Do 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll throw now on the final play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Right back to him on 1st down. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's put that team on the bus.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Check 9, check 9.
Here we go.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Check 53's mine.
80 weapon.
Check back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, foxtrot, hit it.
They're going to try and throw. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Set. 60 outlaw.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check number 6.
Set. Ready. 70. Indy.
Hey, I'm coming.
Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's see what you got.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check.
Pilot. 64. Weak. Go.
I got him. He's mine.
Hey. High 7. 2.
2nd and 5 now. Stick. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Stick back to pass. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Always got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf, 87 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Yes, yes.
56, right there, 56.
Hey.
They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Charlie. Look at me. Zipper.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hey, exit.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they're looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
General West. Ready.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Check 99. Check 99. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Smooth. Get it.
Got got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.